What's going on, guys? Welcome to the live stream. I am so excited for us to have this live stream today. We have pulled probably one of the greatest interviews set up for you and for really all of the Cardano NFT ecosystem. I promise you, this whole thing is crazy. Just today, there was a sale for the largest NFT sale that I have ever seen. Okay, it was 180,000 ADA, and the great thing about it is it was personal friends of ours in Chronic and Chrissy, the Daily Chronicles. Their links are down below. I'm sure they're gonna post more stuff coming up. I can't wait to get them over. But guys, I just want to let you guys know how special it is that they could have been with anybody. Okay, they could have been with anybody, and they're here with us. But I need to bring everyone on. And of course, we have special introductions for them as well. Here we go. Here's our first guest. This man loves his ducks. Yeah, he cuddles. Melting FUD away down to a puddle. CNFT killer. He's classic like vanilla. If you don't listen to him, man, you'll be in trouble. He's the one, the only, the Crypto Warden. Welcome to the channel, brother.
Cowboy Nation, we're back again. You guys know it's the best day of the week. It's another beautiful night outside because you guys know it's another CNFT Tuesday. So sit back, relax. We got some special guests on. Let's go. CNFT Tuesday, baby.
Warden, glad to have you here. And it was so great meeting the Chronicles, the Daily Chronicles,
yes, sir.
Live and in person, and that we get to continue that conversation here with them today. But of course, I want to bring on just one of the besties of the channel here. They have their own YouTube channel. I want you to check it out down in the description down below. Sorry, let me rephrase. I'm so excited about this today, guys. This man's calls are astounding. At the top on the peak of a mountain, he's a master flipper, buys them faster and quicker. 10 million NFTs and counting. He's the one, the only Tommy from Freedom 35.
Yo. What to do, guys? How you doing?
Good to have you here, Tommy. Glad to have you back on the channel. How's the CNFT con hangover? Is it good with you?
Oh man, it's been good, man. I think we've just been dreaming every day since, just back in front of the camera, revitalized, re-energized. We're pumped, man. And honestly, I don't even care what I'm saying right now. I just want to get to our next guest on here from them. It's an awesome day in this space. Yeah. So happy to be here, man.
I feel like this is a win for everybody. Like, I don't know about you, but I feel like this is a win for everybody. So I actually never felt more part of the CNFT community than today. I was cheering him on, dude. I was so happy.
It was crazy.
But let me bring him on here, okay? This man's deals are so gigantic. They out of this world, gotta leave like a planet. Brings the heat like a panini, shows us the goods like a bikini, holds on to great projects. He's made out of granite. He's the one, the only, the famous Chronic from Daily Chronicles. Welcome to the channel.
Yo.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what a day, huh? What a day for the ecosystem, man.
Brother. What a day for the ecosystem. What a day for you, brother. Like, you are the man of the hour. Everyone, please, if you guys didn't know, you guys are here. He sold, and his wife sold was it Ape Society for how much? 180,000 ADA. And we're here to interview him about everything. Wow. I have so many questions. Is Chrissy going to be joining us now or later?
She's going to try to pop in as soon as possible. She's dealing with the wild kids. It's 10:05 Eastern, and our kids are just getting started. So
they're just energized.
They feel the energy. How can you not with us? But look, this is Chrissy's King. Chrissy, we bought this in early February for 7,500 ADA. I would not spend my ADA like that. It takes the wife to give you guys the nudge. You know how it is. You can never justify doing it yourself. But then with Equine and then Ape Society, she went hard with the King. And then I got the Zombie. It was the same day that my man Upwind bought the 107,000 King Medici months back. And the person that sold it tried to buy 3 Kings. 1 went through, 2 failed. I tried to get them both, and right by the time I got my ADA, and 30 minutes later, the King Smith sold for 6,000. Chrissy, then we bought the King for 75, and I bought this guy for 49.99. So Oh man, it was. I remember it all like yesterday. It's just really it's crazy.
This wasn't even that long ago.
Real.
This was January.
Yeah, it's surreal, man. Time moves fast in this ecosystem if you play it right. It can do both, you know. It can go up and down quick in both directions, as we know. But it's wild, man. Again, it was surreal. I felt the love from the whole community. You know, we getting attention that we need, and it just gives us, me and my wife, the ammunition to go in them spaces and actually do what I do. Just telling the Ethereum and Solana folks like, yo, we got NFTs over here and we can buy Bored Apes with them. And I could buy 3 mutants with it. And I had one of the smaller kings that, like, you know, it was really odd for them to understand it, but it was wonderful. It was wonderful all day, man. Nothing but love. Dude.
Okay. So I'm sure Warden and Tommy's got some questions here, but I definitely have some questions. But first, let's lay some groundwork for everybody here. You bought this in January for 7,500 ADA. At the time, ADA was $1.02, I believe, $1.03. So let's say approximately $7,500. You spent $7,500, and for a lot of people, that's a car. That's a huge purchase. What went through your mind? Was there hesitation buying a $7,500 picture of an ape? Was there no hesitation? Was there full confidence? Walk me through your thought process into all of that, just the buying part.
Well, again, I said Chrissy gave me the go ahead, so I feel invincible when the wife's backing you. You know, you can't do no wrong. We're gonna shoot.
That's big nugget right there, dude. That's a big nugget.
Well, Chrissy didn't give me the go ahead. She told me to do it. So
she's the brain behind it then.
She told me to buy it. But again, it was kind of just like seeing the, you know, maybe just the Kongs community. And obviously we seen the sales that day. We FOMO'd in. And it was just like, yo, if this is going to be it, we're going to go ahead and take a chance. And, you know, it worked out. And that's just kind of,
So you took a chance. It was like a question mark in your brain.
I mean, there's always a question mark when you're buying a monkey for that type of price. You know what I mean? Especially so early in a project. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have a roadmap figured out. You just got to believe in the founders. We spoke with them once. They referenced Portals, which is a game on Solana. Not a game, is a metaverse or ticket, a key play on Solana. It was like 70 Solana at the time. Right. So like I did my research, you know how I go really deep into things, and I'm like, but then they shifted to the cabin. So to me, I always seen the big brain play they were going with, and I always just resonated with the founders once I seen them grinding in the Discord like they do. And again, you know, I always just say that, but the dude's almost, you know, Congo's almost a level 200. I'm a level 34 in the Discord, you know, he's level like 200. So it's his life, and they treat it as such. So yeah, we had confidence. Chrissy went, and I'm all in when she's in, because again, this is what we're here for. We're early, and there's got to be a few winners, right? And we, you know, I like to scatter my eggs like an ETF, right?
Yeah.
And go for it.
So let me see if I could dissect that. You said that you had a question mark, but you had the what sent you over the top was you had a conversation with the founders, and that really clung. So if there's anyone who's listening here who's a founder of an NFT project, you heard it from Chronic's mouth. The reason why he put down so much money, and $7,500 is a lot of money on this project, was because he connected with the founders. So if you're not connecting with your community, that's a big negative here. So the founders connected, and so with Chronic, and then that's where you got the go ahead, and then Chrissy was behind it as well, 100% behind it. She's like, you have to do this.
Yeah, she wanted the king or the queen, right? She's been Queen Edwards the whole time. She's been repping and holding it down. This has been her play, and she's turned down a few months back. We had offers to sell it for like 68,000 ADA value. We had the 40,000 ADA and 10 apes. We turned down. That looks like a good play now. But, you know, we wanted the ADA and clean. No matter what, we were negotiating. This is like, you know, it goes to my old job of a salesman. You know what I'm saying? You got to, you know, as a broker, you got to be multitasking. You know, I've got 6 different conversations at once on spaces. People telling me what to do. I got to process it all and make the best decision, you know?
So you are constantly making these decisions and this research, going deep and looking for best projects. Guys, if you're here today and you're not subscribed to these people's channels, like this awesome couple's channel, Daily Chronicles, be sure to check out the links down below in the descriptions, because you'll get all this information, all for free, all the time by people who are actually doing it and did it and are making history today. Chronic, I'm just saying, if I haven't, I mean, look at the chat, guy. Look, it's going crazy because they are so happy for you, man. The whole community.
It's really been nice. Like I said, it's been so welcoming on Twitter. I just posted a minute ago. I don't know if you guys seen it, my live reaction to JPG and my thing. I was terrified. I thought I accepted the 400 offer in a minute. Like, it was JPG's UI was really upsetting. You could see it switched when I accepted and I signed the transaction for the 180. It switched to 400. And I'm like, you know, if you want to show it live and then we could, you know, whatever. It was just, it was a blessing. Again, but it also was bittersweet. I was crying and so was Chrissy. It's not life-changing money by no means, but it's a lot of ADA. And if we believe in ADA like we is, I mean, you know, it's a $65,000 at 36 cents. If it goes to 360, it's 650,000 USD. So
some people have to work.
That's some life-changing money right there.
That's life-changing.
Yeah.
Some people have to work 2 years for that. Some people 1 year. You know what I mean? Like it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yes, and it definitely is. It's wild, and it definitely does change our life. It definitely changes my life because we're selling our house regardless to, you know, to try to get, and you know, cash is king in this market. What's going to happen with the Fed printing and the interest rates, and you know, we might have missed the top on that by 4 months, but I'm not going to witness a 2008 again.
Yeah,
you know.
And the thing is, it's like it's so crazy that you sold such an incredible amount for such a little. It's like all of it's crazy. Little investment comparatively, $7,500. I mean, it is a big investment. It's a little investment compared to it, and then a little bit of time. It's less than a year. Guys, just understand this. This is less than a year that this man did this.
Almost a 20x. But yeah, I mean, again, just like Bored Apes, right? So like I'm also thinking as the gambler degenerate inside of me, like, you guys just give up a $1 million asset in 8 months. But this is what happens in the market as well. They capitulate you. They beat you down until you have to sell your most precious assets. Tommy, you know how it is. I mean, with 100%. The horse, I mean, all guys, we are trading the small coins. You get them. You want to hold them to the next pump, but you missed it. And you know, you've been dumped on. You got to get, you know, I've done it all the time. So it's about time for me to win for a change and not been greedy.
I saw your video, bro. It brought me to tears, dude. I was
crying, bro. Like, I still get choked up. It's crazy. It's happy, bro. I'm just happy for like, it's like, it's weird for a change, you know?
I was like, yes, like one of us won. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, so happy. Yeah. Tommy, Warden, do you guys have any questions for Chronic? Because I could keep going. I have a ton of questions, but I want to let you guys cut it.
I just wanted to say huge congrats first off, Chronic, to you guys, you and your family, Chrissy. It's been so cool to kind of see your conviction in this project for what you guys did. I know we got a chance to talk to you, I think, for the first time in like Spaces. That's where me and you met, and then we eventually started linking up, getting on YouTube earlier in the year. And the Ape Society was always the go-to for you guys. And holding on to that, King, like you said, you mentioned that you've turned down offers back then, and look at how that played out in the long run for you guys. And like I said, it couldn't have happened to better people inside the space. And just a huge congrats to you guys for believing in this. You guys are putting the Cardano NFT space on a pedestal at this point. You know, you're going toe to toe with some of these people, and you can have a real conversation. And it couldn't have happened to you better people who are always in the community, right? You guys are always out there. You're vocal. It's not a wash trade. There's no questions any of that stuff, right? Like, you guys are the face of this stuff. So I am just extremely happy. I know it's going to change everything in the course for everything that you guys are doing right now. So just honored to get a chance to experience this night with you, man, and just huge congrats.
Hey, much love. Appreciate you, Tommy. And you know, Chrissy and I met you in person, and it's a blessing. As you hear my little kids in the background just roaring, my little boy, he's 2. He's about to be 2. So like, you know, these types of things are gonna help them. So much love.
Absolutely. 100%. Warden, you got anything, any response, reaction from this?
Yeah, I mean, just really same thing with Tommy. Just a big congratulations to you guys. I mean, he really just said everything I was gonna say. But I do have a big question for you. What do you plan on doing with this ADA? Do you plan on putting it back into Apes, into a different project, or do you plan on even locking any of it away just to hold?
Oh, there she is. There's the queen.
She's right.
Hold on. Before she comes on, I was prepared. This lady makes history like every day, securing the bag like prepay. She's filthy ape rich, popping off like a stitch, making her money long like a hallway. She's the one, the only Chrissy from Daily Chronicles.
Yo, let's go.
He's killing it. Let's go.
So happy for you guys, gosh. So
Congrats,
happy for you.
Chrissy. You are the
I do
one,
wanna-
the mastermind
Congratulations.
behind it.
Yes, ma'am. Yep.
Seriously.
It was insane. I can't even explain it at all. Just I go off a feeling, and that's what happens. When it feels right, I do it. And
What made
Follow
it feel right though? Like we want to know. We want to duplicate this. Everyone in the chat here, 40 people deep here. What was the feeling? Chronic said it was the connection to the founders, but I want to try to figure it out, right? Like what was that feeling? What did it for you?
gut instinct, like it was when that 107K sale went off, and then all of a sudden, I don't remember who it was. Chronic remembers all those things a lot easier, but I can give you the gist of it. A lot of big sales started happening. We just knew we had been listening to the devs and in the Discord very strongly in the very beginning, right after Mint. And we had been talking to them, learning a lot about their plays and their backgrounds. Everything they said just felt right. They felt like chess players to me, who was always thinking like 5, 6, 10, 12 steps ahead. Very smart, very articulate. And so we just really connected with them, believed in them, and when those sales just took off, we just thought we need to grab some rare things in this sorry, I'm like messing up my words, but we need to grab some big ones in this one. We just had a feeling. So we went to go see what was up for sale, and he pulled up some of the more rare traits, because after Equine, we were all into figuring out what rare traits were. And we had seen there were only 35 crowns and knew that was going to be a big deal, but no one was talking about it yet. And that there were 35 families. So we assumed there was going to be a crown per family. And we had already figured that out. So when the sales started popping off and we saw those 2 kings being the 2 low sales, because at the time, the next ones were pretty high.
Yeah, it was 675, and I think it might have jumped to 10 to 13, and it was
it
like
was
14,
just jumping
it might have
quick
been
after
quick,
that.
and then y'all know it never went back.
Yeah, and so he had enough ADA, and he said, "You pick one, and I'll pick one." And I said, "I want a crown. I know I want that. So if you can get me one of those, pick it." Because he knew at the time I wasn't very quick at moving ADA around, and he had to move it from wallet to wallet and do all of that. So I said, "Please get me a crown. That's all I want. Do it." And he said, and so he said there were 2 for sale, one for 6K, one for 7,500. And I said, "I don't care. Just grab one of them for me." And he said, "Well, I have enough ADA if I move it to get both crowns. So I might get one for each of us." And I'm like, "That's fine. Let's do it." So until it got moved over, he, the one for 6K went. And I said, he said, "Would you rather a zombie or a crown? Because those are the 2 choices now." And I said, "Definitely the crown." And he said, "That's 7,500 ADA. Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yep." I don't know why. I just didn't even question it.
So he had hesitation, but you were like full in.
And he's looking at me with these eyes like, I don't think that this is I'm not sure.
I minted 5 Kongs for 170 ADA. I got into ADA at 9 cents. So 3,000 in ADA, had 30,000 ADA. It was a little minus that, probably like 20,000 ADA when I came over, like at 2,000 works. I had someone uphold as well. And I got robbed on credit Aaron. But anyways, so yeah, like it wasn't like we had a lot of ADA, but the entry point, like it was us like paying $750 or $75 if you're doing it. So it's all relative. You got to realize how my brain works. I have to convince. So yeah, that is great breakdown, Chrissy. Yeah. Back to Ethan's question on what we're gonna do with the ADA. We are, I'm gonna try to like chill with it, stake with it. Definitely want to kind of see where ADA goes down to. I don't think we're gonna cash it out.
Put it on the ledger, lock that thing away.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sweep the floor of apes. I've always said in spaces, I'm an entry point dude. I'm not. Once I sell, I'm out of that. Unless I trade other NFTs. You guys know I trade. And if people think I just want to make stuff up, I'm not gonna go spend all my liquidity again on apes, even I believe in, and buy the
Heck
pump,
yes.
because I'm already entrenched in the project, Christy and I.
Yeah, we luckily have a good amount still left over. So we felt comfortable being able to do this trade, even though it was really hard. It was an emotional day for both of us. It really was.
Both sides.
We were very connected to this
NFT
for some reason. We're very connected to just the community and the project and everything. It's kind of been our whole experience together in this space. So it's really important to us.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. I've got some questions here, and then I want to bring on probably your antithesis. Okay. So he's waiting.
Are we battling tonight?
There is no battle. There is no battle. There's a clear winner.
I do know that when I bring him on, though, the conversation will go another direction. But so I have to get this stuff out for the sake of the chat. Okay. So chat, just so you know, I'm taking notes on Chronic and Chrissy. Whenever I see genius plays, genius moves, I take notes. I think you guys should be studying as well. But here's some of my notes that I'm taking. Chrissy said that what brought her a lot of satisfaction or a lot of understanding was seeing that they thought of moves like chess moves. They were thinking 5-6 steps ahead. These founders were talking, and Chrissy had a good feeling about the founders. So the founding team is a crucial part to any project that we are buying into, and not that they're likable, or not that, like, Chrissy didn't mention anything that she liked them or that they any of this other stuff. She mentioned something specifically, that they had a plan. They knew where they were going. They thought in chess moves. So I thought that was very interesting, something I'm going to look into for other projects as well. The second thing was Chronic said that he's an entry point guy. He developed this community. They love this thing, but he loves getting into entry points because that's where you see the most upside potential. He got in at an extremely low price for one of the lowest rarities, and it paid off in big, massive ways. So if we're going in to a project that's like pumped already, like it doesn't. That's at least by what Chronic is saying. It's like that's not the smartest move. Is this about right, guys?
Yeah, I've been burned in the past. Obviously, if I don't mint, I usually don't participate. That means I didn't do my own due diligence, my own research before, and I'm not just gonna listen to Tommy or Aaron or anyone else. I need to get in that Discord, and I don't have, you know what I mean? Like it's hard nowadays. So, but we've also, we've been doing, YouTubes on this since 349 was our first YouTube on this. So we've been following them and kind of being a part of the Ape Society community. We did our first Twitter space with them guys, with stock trading and others, and just realize the type of people in the community, and that thing really, the holders make the community makes the project in a sense as well, right? Because the Discord's got to be popping, and it's basically self-marketing itself. But yeah, I mean, Chrissy, both points are right on the head, brother. You gotta, if you don't, you just gotta, if you mint, you can really win big. And then, and if you buy on secondary after mint, you might be buying the top for a minute, and you got to be patient. You know how it goes. It's ups and downs. So
yeah. So I got one last question, then I'll bring on our next guest here. But here's the question: who do you think bought this thing? How did you negotiate with these?
I know who bought it. I had 6 people offered me over 100,000 ADA. I was at work all day. Negotiating since I woke up this morning. I had 100,000, then a 125, then 110. Then all of a sudden someone came with, a 150, then a 180 at the same time. And I'm like, yo, what is going on? Then people are telling me this, that, and the other. I'm talking with the Discord. It's so crazy. The community, I was on Twitter Spaces. Everybody wants to tell me, but at the end of the day, my brain works how it works. And once Chrissy gave me the green light to go for 125, you know what I mean? Like, it was on me to get more. It's kind of like, again, the broker and me to get it. And that's just what it's about. And it raises the whole community. Of course, I wanted to get a higher sale than 135 on the Kongs and others. You know what I mean? I wanted to boost the whole ecosystem so we can go ahead and really flex our muscles,
Yeah. I mean, this is just an incredible sale, guys. Like,
it was big, and they're gonna have more too. That's the crazy thing. That was the bittersweet thing I didn't get to say earlier. Like, I did say it, but like, I mean, it can't be greedy, right? But did we sell too early? You know what I mean? Like, did we give up double this? Just I believe in that project and the community this much, you know?
To us, it doesn't matter, but we
Sure.
actually believe in it for the people who are putting that money into it. To us, we already have experienced now a huge life-changing type of return on one NFT.
Yeah,
And
you
we're
did.
okay with that.
Yes.
So even if it sales,
Right.
we're good, and
great.
we're in the project anyways.
Yeah.
So we still
Yeah.
have what, another 9
Yeah, we got 9
apes and
Yeah.
a ton of
I'll
cabins
look
and
to-
all.
Yeah.
So we are highly cheering this project on, and we're still in it. So we think we don't think we definitely
We just
sold
covered
at
expenses,
the top.
right?
We definitely sold at maybe a top or near one, but you know how the market goes up and down,
Right.
and there
Right.
will be time that this project's just going to keep soaring. We really believe that.
Do you guys feel like the social aspect though? Like there's, you took on a way bigger responsibility. Whether it's not like falling on like the sword at all in a sense, but even if you guys, if it continues to even higher going forward, you guys really at this time, like people were really starting to come into the space the last week. Everybody's getting excited, and then this happens. And then now everybody's rallying around everything that you did. So I think that experience and that event is priceless, right? You guys can't put a price on something like that. So you guys have done something awesome for the space, and I commend you guys for taking that.
Yeah,
I appreciate it, man. And yeah, it's like I said, thank y'all. And then we couldn't have did it without, the team doing their thing, and just the project, obviously, fulfilling their obligations. But hey, Aaron, the cabins was a play, right?
yeah, it's a play.
They
Hey,
were.
it's-
They
A
were.
little early,
playing.
but it's okay. I'm okay with this. I'm
I was
okay.
preaching that for a while.
Minty price is what, 100 ADA for the apes?
150.
That's so good, guys. Everything you
Crazy.
said, guys. If you haven't already checked them out, these guys are dropping fire every time they drop a video. Check out their YouTube channel and follow them on Twitter, guys. Be sure to do that. Look, I got one last question before I take it to our next guest here. The question is kind of a part 2 of that last question. Is this the person who bought it from you? Is this new money into the ecosystem? Is it an ETH guy, or is it in Cardano? Like, where is this money coming from?
I believe a
Good
couple.
question.
I believe 5 of them they have the NFT experience, but they 3 of them didn't have any apes at all. Because I was trying to get ADA and apes, so they were new into the project. I know there were definitely some cross chain. I don't know if the particular buyer was from another blockchain altogether, but
Okay.
we have a bunch of cross chain things. Yeah, but I was in DMs and I knew the offer, so he put the offer and I accepted it. It was like that, so yeah, I was that's how you roll when you trade and you do that. You're behind the scenes in the Discord, and always do something legitimate like trading tent, Claymates escrow, like Clay Nation escrow. We have a video on that, how not to get scammed. Trading tent, always make sure to check the policy IDs. And then obviously do it on a marketplace. But we got crushed with 7% fees. I forgot, someone asked in the chat just now. My bad, I missed it. And yes, 2% and 5% royalty. So it was like almost 14,000 ADA. That hurts,
Yeah.
Was that a calculated decision?
Cost of doing business, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Was that a calculated decision to do that through the marketplace versus doing it through escrow?
You know how I roll, bro. If I could do it, it was kind of respect for the team and the community and the whole Cardano ecosystem. Because if it's wash trading, it's me, y'all know me. It ain't no, I don't know, I don't care. It's just thank you, but it's not on my end. It's just whatever.
This is above board
whatever.
on everything. Yeah.
It's silly, to even say that. My bad, but no, it's a blessing. That's all I could say. And we ready to see where the project goes.
Yeah, it was important to have it be up on the marketplace so that everyone
can see it now.
Everyone gets the credit who deserves it.
Yeah.
And that was definitely just an important thing for the community to see and experience. And to what you said, Tommy, that was one of the most amazing experiences today. We've been sobbing on and off today, not just because of what an emotional experience that has been over the past 9 to 10 months, but just, how supportive and loving everyone has really been. That's been the craziest part of it. That's unbelievably we've been so emotional all day because of it. So that's been probably number one to us, has been the support from everybody. And it's really genuine support. And everyone's just so happy for us. And that's just so kind. So thank you all for that. We really appreciate it, and we love you all right back.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to bring someone on here, and unfortunately he has to leave quickly, but I'm going to definitely bring him on here for the sake of bringing him on. This man has been a bearish inflection. He sees profit in every direction. If things are on fire, he simply acquires, sits back, and admires his selection. He's the one, the only, the crypto bandit. Welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you. What is up, fam? Let me turn the light on so y'all can see my beautiful face. What is up? I'm just glad to be here.
What's good, buddy?
Warden,
What up?
the cowboy himself. I just want to say,
Yes, sir.
I gotta go real fast, but congratulations. You have done something that a lot of people just dream about doing. TJ sent us the message saying, yo, this thing's for sale on JPEG Store. I was like, this is crazy. 180. I did the math on it. I'm like, all right, my dog got himself a little Lexus, a little Benzo.
Hey, our van outside that seats
Nah. But see, now you can go from the Honda Odyssey to the Kia Carnival. You feel me? You can upgrade now. You can move on up, baby. But I just want to say congratulations. I would have a whole discussion about everything that happened, but I really can't do it right now.
But
I did not hit the lottery, so I do not have a living nanny.
Neither do we. Our 4 and 2-year-old are taking care of themselves downstairs. They probably eating out of the dog bowl.
I'm not there yet.
That's
One
funny.
day, not yet. But
No.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Real quick, I did look at that guy's wallet, and he has another offer out for 153K on another ape.
Golly.
What?
There you
Yeah,
go.
if you
Hey,
go to Chronix one that he sold, go to that guy's wallet, check his offers. He has another offer for 153K on another ape.
Jeez.
hey, and check. Did you
That's
check
crazy.
society? I know it's that Ponzi kind of. We'll get to that.
We need to section out our own, a whole
That's
nother
coming
thing.
next
for
week.
this
That's coming
exact
next week.
thing right
Right,
here.
doubled since we spoke, huh? I
These
said it was
two
gonna hit
right here.
0.25 by the time we talk. Right on cue.
These
It's kind
two
of like
right
I'm
here.
making.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know
In
what
a
to tell
few
you.
weeks, we need to show it out, because right now, I mean, it's the situation now. I don't know how the
remember that.
market's going to play out, especially after. And you said yourself, Chronic, you said you're going to wait till the market plays out. You're holding on. You're sitting on this ADA. You're chilling right now. You want to see what happens. Seron is clearly more bearish. I'm going to let Seron go, but we need to have this conversation for sure. We need to have this conversation for
Once
Seron,
again,
thank you so much.
congratulations. That is awesome. Don't spend it all in one place, and definitely don't put it all back in NFTs. At least not until we get through this crazy bear trend. At least.
No doubt,
See you.
brother.
See you, Bandit. Take it easy, brother. All right, so let's get down to like, how do we duplicate this thing, right? How are you thinking through this thing? Could you expand on your thoughts on like what you're doing with this large sum of ADA now? You said you're sitting back and chilling. Are you going into stablecoin? Are you staking? Or, well, it's liquid staking in Cardano. Like what exactly are you going to do?
I mean, that's a great question. I mean, is it the bottom? I don't know and don't think. I mean, I thought if it busted 38, it would go way down, to like in the 20s or even 16, 18 cents, 12 cents, like way back when. I'm back in the nonsense. So I'm not nonsense. I don't want to hold all the way down. So, but I'm not big on switching it to stable, Aaron. I'd rather just, conviction and ADA, just let it stake and see some plays in NFTs or maybe loan out some on the lending pond and, make some good, decisions that way and get some yield, quick yield that way, by lending some ADA now since I have it. And if someone defaults, I can then have another ape or a space bud or play that game.
You're not going to switch into stable. You're just going to hold in data.
I don't know. Maybe we have to talk about it offline, or you could, we talk about it later. I mean,
No.
it's just trying to time the market. I'm not really the best at that. I kind of just hold it. Like what's 65K and then ADA jumps up and goes up to $1. Don't come down. This is the bottom. Then I missed like my entry point on the big bag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like I said, we have other things in play to where, we're gonna, it's kind of going with the flow, man. Now we're in a decent position to where I
Yeah.
have a big bag to where if I wanted to do something in the future, I can make a big play on something or just.
You're definitely not cashing out though and spending it on like IRL stuff like the home or car.
No, I don't want to do that. If I had to, just like chunk out a few, 10,008 is like $3,000. So it's like if I had to do that, I'm trying not to do this. This is kind of retirement stuff, and I got so much bills. That's why we're moving, shaking and moving in real life to try to capitalize on this market.
Gotcha.
Put our up and move out and make the profit there. We have equity, so just be prepared for the crash, and because I can renovate homes and stuff like that, so I can jump in and do it again, right?
Tommy, Crypto Warden, if you guys sold an NFT for 180,000 ADA, what would you do? Would you go into stable? Would you buy another? Would you sweep a floor? What would you guys do?
I'll let Warden go first, and then I'll share my thoughts on that.
I mean, I was gonna let you go first, but don't worry, I'll go ahead. If I sold an NFT for 185,000 ADA, I mean, I would probably split it up into a couple different things. I would definitely take a part of it and put it into stable myself, just because, I mean, just in a way, I come at it as a newer investor mindset, not having a lot of liquidity. So, I mean, it would be just a big play for me to where I'd be able to develop all this liquidity to where I'm able to build into all these different things. For example, all these different coins. And then I could take a part of it and go back into projects. I mean, I'm still in like that research phase to where I don't know what that next big project is going to be, but it would really just depend on how I personally would feel at the time.
Okay.
Yeah, I think for me, obviously, when you got that kind of money, obviously you guys have a plan. You guys have been doing this for a while now. I think it would be important. I would really look at like how much, were we looking what, like what your financial situation in real life is. I mean, it's all personal to you guys. So, and then I would probably split that up, like Ethan said, into like, percentages of like how much I want to play with, how much is like my savings, touching this, how much I want to. Hey, you know what? Maybe I do have conviction projects coming up, and maybe you dump some of that back in there. I don't think that I would personally put anything in the stable, just because Chronic, I feel you in that same mindset of like, hey, we're at 37 cents. I feel like it's going to go down, flips the other way, and it jumps up to 60, 70 cents, and all of a sudden that it never comes back down to that, and that's too big of a risk in my mind for the win that you just had. So I'd rather stake that, get the free ADA, do your thing, find some alternative ways to do, and then I probably would go back into the projects that I have some conviction in a little bit more. And then you can buy me a new rig too over here. Curly Knox is saying I'd buy myself a new. That's kind of my mindset on that. I would not go back into stable, only because I just don't like that playing that game.
Yeah.
Right now.
For me, I would 100% go into stable, which is very contrarian to you guys, which is fine. And I would go into stable on Ethereum, and on Ethereum I would stake into Aave. That's how I would do it. Right now, I don't currently think Meld does any staking. I don't know. If they did, I would hold it in ADA, and I would go and lend on Meld. I would lend, not stake. However, I don't think so. So I would go into, because in the same way Chrissy was convicted to have the same conviction to go into apes, I have the same conviction that this whole thing is dropping. The economy is dropping. So this is my personal conviction, right? This is not any of yours. This is not the time or place to talk about this. Well, maybe, I don't know if you guys have questions, but that's what I personally would do. I would bridge over into Ethereum, lend on Aave, make some passive income there, but that's just personally me. Chronic, if you're holding in ADA here, okay, you just sold this ape, where do you, what are your other bags here? All of us missed the apes train, right? It's up to 8,000 floor. We all missed it. If we bought it now, I don't want to buy it now. Do you think we should be buying now? But more specifically, what can we get into that's a similar play for you?
I mean, Apes is a great project. Spending $3,500 USD on anything, entry point is not there. If you're not an experienced investor, collector, whatever you want to call yourself, do not get into the, upper projects that you cannot afford, of course. The cabins are still a good investment. You can stake, stake other non-NFTs, non-apes in your frames and generate society. And you see the society coin. The king was earning almost 200 ADA a day. If you add that up, we'll get, it was generated in like almost 1,800 USD a month. That's pretty decent utility. Whether it be all our apes or that apes, I got to go do the math again. It's been a long day, but either way, that's cool utility for this early entry point, right? How long that lasts, who knows? You know what I mean? That's still utility for me to cash out, and that's where a lot of liquidity is getting spread throughout the CNFT, the Cardano NFT ecosystem right now. Like you see all the floors pumping some. It's because they're either selling some apes, which is not that many because it's already at 84, right? It's really the society coin most likely, right? So apes to still have 9 of them. Like I said, I'm definitely this one behind me. I'm gonna definitely try to get 60, something like that, 65, 70. If I can get something like that, like geez Louise, let's go. And I'd take 50, 60, you feel me? And if I could do that, I still have 8 more with 15 more cabins, some very good cabins like the number 55 that I can get probably 10,000 ADA for and more. And I got a couple in Dorkeys and I got some other ones, and they're going to generate society and all this other stuff that you just got to have faith in the project and go with the flow. Like if you're going to be a pessimistic person, like go whatever, like this, you're going to be mad at everything all the time. Like you just, you're not in, don't like try to kill yourself with the tokenomics. Just go with the flow. And if it goes to 0, like you knew better, right?
Yeah. And to let me just line out some stuff for us in the chat. Remember, he bought it in January and it's now October. This is 10 months before he realized this is not overnight. He had to have conviction for 10 months until he sold. But one thing you said that was very interesting. You said that apes were selling now at $3,000. You bought your ape at $7,500. Granted, it's a higher rarity, much higher rarity, but guys, you would be buying now, if you bought a floor ape, you'd be buying in at cheaper than what at dollar value that Chronic bought in. It's a different rarity for sure, but you'd still be in the project cheaper than what he bought in as well. I thought that was an interesting observation. And you're saying that apes are still a good project, and cabins particularly, that's 500 ADA about, you know what I mean? So it's something that you'd be interested in. So let me know, guys, in the comment section if you guys would be willing to buy into cabins and apes right now. He's sold, but it's still a great project and he's still exposed.
You bought in at 180, right? Remember? So it's like, and it didn't really go much lower than that. Maybe like 165 for a second.
More. I should have just yellowed into it.
And it went up and it went down and it went up. So if you were like Tal tells you to do, it's not that easy. You could do this the same as in the coins, like you're saying. Flip, and you could have made 80% what I told you, once, and the next time it dropped, and then next week it went up, and
you did do that, yeah.
You follow a few projects, guys, that you're in, like the Mallet Order. You follow it, you roll with it. It went down. Okay, I believe in it. It's up. You know who's in the Mallet Order? A lot of great freaking collectors, big time whales. You got to know who's in them projects and are they going to hold? Yeah. And that's why the collection's doing it's back up to like 700. You know what I mean, Ethan? It's just like find 3 to 5 and play that game. It's like you would in the real life. You're not going to go chasing every shit coin.
Yeah.
Don't go chasing every shitty project. If you can't get whitelist, you're not minting it. That's just straight up.
Could you explain that to me a little bit? Like wanting a project to have massive collectors and whales in it. Could you explain why that's important and just kind of the thought process behind that?
Tommy, you want to go?
Yeah,
I'll go too.
Think,
let Tommy go. It's just because he's gonna have the same thing as me, I believe.
Yeah, I think the conviction to you see a lot of those big guys, especially some of the Kongs that you see over on Twitter, Trams, all those big names that are out there buying those projects. You want guys like that. Faha, they have the liquidity. Obviously, they've got their bag stacked, but on top of that, they give community confidence to people buying into the project. Say, hey, I respect these people inside the space. That is one factor to it. The other factor is if those guys are buying all that stuff, they're not on you. And they know these traders. They know the effect of what that would do if they just load their stuff. That would tank the thing down. They're not stupid. So these guys know how to play the game, and you want to be on their team. That's the big thing right there. And Chronic, you can kind of pick up from if there's anything else.
You killed it. Exactly. You need to know who. Tal's going to sell on you. When? He's going to keep a few, but he'll keep buying and selling on you. These guys don't like to sell because they don't want to realize they want to do long-term capital gains at the end of the day. Okay. That's what they want to do. All right. It does matter to some folks. These guys are real life businessmen and women. And just they operate huge businesses. And I respect many people in the ape society, Kongs, mallards, in the whole ecosystem. That's why. So the way exactly like Tommy said, like they're not going to sell. If you have 500 or something, you're going to list all 500. You're going to kill yourself. You know, you're going to delete. So it's like they're smart, or they do it off the market and they just get new people in, onboarding them. That's a way to get, you know, it's a way to onboard new investors. You know, to be gifted stuff or get giving good deals. But yeah, you got to know who you're rolling with. Follow the money, and you know, and check their wallets and then see how much they're moving out. But yeah, you want to be on their team. So, you know, and then you get out before they do, right? It's easier to get out with a fewer amount than the whole bag, you know?
Yeah. Tommy said something that really stuck with me. Be on the same team as these guys, these big collectors, same team, follow the money and check their wallets. That's something I'm not doing right now. And so it's something I should be doing more often for sure. This is a question for you guys, for you three. Is new money entering into the system? Why this whole pump in Cardano? Like apes are pumping the most, correct? But everything is pumping right now as far as projects. Well, not everything, like most things, right? Why is that? Is it new money? Is it the economy? Why is everything pumping?
I think like echo off Chronic, you have people making ridiculous amount. You do have new money entering. It's no question. Them, Dirtbird, mutants, all get excited right now from cross chain. They're coming in. They're switching from Sol, from ETH, discovering some excitement on this side. They're putting new money into the ecosystem. From there, you also have people making ridiculous sales inside the Cardano community on the apes, people who had conviction, and they know the blue chips inside this community as well. And they're diversifying their bags now. They got 8,000, 9,000 ADA. Hey, I wanted this project for a long time. I was never get a Clay. Boom, Clay Dirtbirds. I've been hearing a lot about them. I want to get into that project. 600 floor? No, we're going to make it 13. Like people just buy. Yeah, I think it's a mix, a combination of both. It's the perfect kind of storm we were talking about a long time ago. Is once people start to discover, you're going to see not just one project go, every project's going to go. And the amount of volume that's gone through us in the last week is something we hadn't seen until when Clay got pumping with Snoop Dogg back earlier in March this year in April. So that's kind of my observation on it so far.
Is it? So you mentioned volume. How do I research this? Because I hear new money's entering the system, but I want to know proof. How do I check this? How do I check for new money? Do I check the wallets and then check if the wallets have existing transactions and just existing NFTs? If it's an empty wallet, then it seems like it's new money. Like, how do I know that it's new money? How do I find the proof for that? Not that I don't believe you, but I want to have proof on it.
Bunch of different sites, resources, right? Like obviously, sorry, I sent you the wrong one in there. But one of the ones I used to use was OpenCNFT.io is an easy one to go ahead and see the market volume, right? They track the API for all the different marketplaces, sales volume. You can see what the active trade is. You can't hide on the blockchain, right? That's the whole beauty of decentralization. So you know you can track wallets if you want to get into that. I'm not. I don't got time to track wallets. I'm not going to do that. But I can go to sites like this, or if you scroll up to the top there, Aaron, see where the negative 18% up there in the red.
Yeah. You get an all-time high.
Yeah,
all-time high 180.
Yeah,
sir.
Yeah. I was about to say, flex all day, man.
Yeah,
you gotta. But yeah, you see that there, Aaron. Look at the volume right there. And if you decide to go back and do a 30-day or do all right there where it says up in the top right, the little purple up there, if you hit the all-time right there, you can kind of track the market over time. And you can kind of see back in that March area where we were pumping at these levels. And even January, there was that little bull run right in the beginning of the year. And now we're back here in the middle of a bear market. And that was when the market was starting to decline, right, during that time. And here we are, boom, and then we got a little influx of stuff because people are excited right now.
Okay, so this is volume all time of ADA pushing through the system, ADA transactions, right? And so what I'm seeing here, this doesn't prove to me new money though. and I'm trying to track with you here, right? I'm like, so I could see that volume is pushing up. That means there's more transactions. But is there a way to see new money, or
I
am
think
I
there's
missing something with this, right?
Well, you can also check your wallets and wallet analysis and check and see who's the
That's what
whales
I
in
was
each
gonna say.
project on this same website down there if you click on a project. But just by the Twitter engagement, Aaron, and the Discords and the with everything that these Bored Apes, if they come over and they just sell a few ETH NFTs, you know what I mean? They can a mutant, you know, and cash it out for Cardano. They can really impact the floors. And I think some people are buying in Ape Society. It's not just like Cardano people, you know what I mean? It's we are getting Solana and ETH people, and the spaces are proving it, in my opinion. Again, I don't know how to like really see, you know, what you're looking for, like other than an open CNFT, but I know there's people coming in from cross chain.
Got it. Okay. Okay. So what is this CNFT alerts? What am I looking at here? Tommy,
Resin had sent this over here. I honestly don't know. I don't know if this was a thing for market reports or where he was at with this. I was just shooting at it back over there because he mentioned it in chat. OpenCNFT was the one that I'd used the most. There was another one before that I can't even remember the name of it. Way back in the day, that was the OpenCNFT kind of took over. There was a different marketplace that used to track some stuff as well. But this seems to be one of the most popular ones, I'd say, out of anything.
Yeah,
because as far as new money coming in,
it seems out of in this trajectory here. I'm just right analyzing the data. It seems to be an upward trajectory. Let's just take these 2 days as an outlier. It's still an upward trajectory here. So we have yet to see this day. So something's happening, guys. Just so, like the volume is ascending here. However, I'm looking at all-time volume up the top here. It's down, or sorry, 24-hour volume, down 18%. So I'm not sure if that has to deal with the changeover times in their thing. I'm not too sure, but I want to do research. I'll make a video soon. I'm just trying to analyze this. I want to know, you know what I mean? Like I'm just kind of that, you know, crazy type of mind. You know, I just want to know like how to search through this. However, it does take one of the ways is to research properly is also through Twitter, is also community sentiment, is also public sentiment. So that's one of those things. So we got to be doing our research just like Chronic did in January. Guys, if you guys are still with us, thank you so much, still hanging out. Tommy has got his own YouTube channel, dropping fire here for us at any time. We really appreciate that. Check out Freedom 35ers. They stream every Monday. They have all that kind of stuff to always. Oh man, I still got Hangman here. Yeah, so still check out their YouTube channel. Of course, I'm always showing daily chronicles, especially today on a day like this. Oh, yeah. While I queue up Hangman here, is there something like? Do you have any advice for the chat and for us, Chronic, into making these kind of big plays? Like, what would you tell someone? Like, hey, I want to make a big play like that. What's the best piece of advice you could give us?
I mean, you gotta obviously be there first, right? You gotta be in the game. You gotta do your research and be able to mint or buy intelligently. But like this past week, I mean, they had a few mints that I missed on that really everything's pumping now. Like these duck things and these gopher things. Like literally it seems everything is winning. So you just gotta be in the game, present, and mint a lot if you feel a conviction, and then get out, you know, ladder out. Like I told you, just be practicing all along. I didn't mint, and I'm not going to FOMO into these projects, but a lot of people are making a lot of ADA, you know, because everything's pumping right now. Just do your research. You know, don't go FOMOing in. Just obviously watch the charts. You know, follow certain people that you trust, that you know that can give you, you know, good information. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing that sometimes you just get lucky, you know, with a scratch off. There's no way of winning. I would do it every time. You know, it's just like I said, being there, entry points, be cautious, you know, and just have conviction. If you like the projects, you know, stay in it. And
yeah, but you've got a year of this. This was not luck for you, brother.
No, it wasn't. But I've also have a lot of time in the traditional market. My gut is different. I've won and lost a lot of money. Like not smart. I would not tell anyone to go dabble in pink sheet stocks for the first time dealing in stocks. You know, like that's what I did. So it's like I have a stone gut, so I can like withstand the ups and downs. So like I said, I can just tell y'all entry points like the society, like the cabins. and they're not going to go much lower than 450 if ever again, because every time you can only put two in two frames in a cottage, right? So everybody that don't have an ape that want a stake, you got to buy a cabin to put two more frames. That's going to drive up the price of the cabins more so than you got to really there's only going to be 36,000 frames, and I got 17 cabins. I'm not framing them out, you know what I mean? So there's ways to make money in here, and the cabins are the way to do it right now.
Right now, that's still early.
It's still there, dude. Like, you got it at 180. Like, that 150 was mint. You just didn't get a chance to mint like a rare chateau. So like, you're in at like almost entry price. They should get up to like 1,000, 1,400-ish over time, because they're gonna keep generating. That's your ticket to generate society. So that's still the play, but not for long. Not financial advice, because it goes up as estates and chateaus, but just be wary of that play.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a question for you on this because I made it one of the worst plays I think I've made since doing this was selling off the ape, or I'm trying to play a swing trade on the ape. Sold right before their pump. They jumped up to like 3,000 or whatever it was, and then after that it was gone. So I lost the ape. I have an estate though. So I had four spots. I had my society token that I had originally claimed from doing the 10-week stake period. So I had society. And I went ahead and grabbed frames, upgraded one of them to level 1. Currently I'm earning 18 society a day, with the non-ape staking on that. The price of society right now is ridiculous. If I want to upgrade the rest of those frames, I don't know that it makes sense for me to justify upgrading them based on the current price. Will that be a big factor for them going forward if the price of society continues to rise? Because a lot of people are not going to be able to upgrade those frames. Spending them, it can't justify 358 to make it a level 0 frame out there. What are your thoughts, if you have any, on that? Or have you thought about that?
Good question.
Yeah, it's a great question. I know that the society, the ADA price got off kilter. They were going to adjust the price of frames, but that there goes into they want to give value to the explorer, right? That gives you a 50%. So I get them for 375. And then that makes it up, 375 divided by 18, you make up your society in like 23 days. So like, it kind of, if you do that and you spread them out, but that's where the cottages come in, but you have an estate, so you can put 4 frames. So that's where they're smart in the sense that the apes are not going to they're going to stay where they are, or the value is going to go up a little bit, but the cabins are going to start getting, they're going to start realizing. But yeah, Tommy, how patient are you? Like, are you willing to it'll take 40 days or something? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird.
I'll be honest with you right now. There's been so many times where I've almost unstaked and just sold for 1,000 ADA and took my profit on the estate. And we did for this to kind of go back down. But then there's I've already made this is my only entry right now. Just hang on, just have that little bit of conviction and see what happens. I want to get back in. The thing is, I don't want to spend 1,000 ADA on society token right now. But I upgrade those frames because I know I can double, triple that amount that I'm earning daily. If I do that, am I going to be able to recoup my investment? And how long will this emission curve work for and distribute what it's distributing until we hit the top, and then it just slowly starts to go back down, and then see a huge price shift?
That's everyone's question that's been on Twitter the last couple of days. Matassa is going to be answering it. I have a lot of well-respected friends that are asking the same thing, but you just got to ride the wave until it goes to shore, dude. So like, you just get in early, and then if you're not in early, you just watch from the beach. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to say. It sucks because I'm not buying any society. I bought 0 society, bro. I got 65,000 dropped to me, right? So I just upgraded. I upgraded like 40,000 worth of frames. And now I've already gotten like 15, 20,000 back. So I'm almost recouped it back already. And it's been like 2 weeks. So I'm going to play because it's 700 ADA to do some of them, what I'm doing or more. It's like, I don't want that, but
you bring up you bring up a thing, which I know you talk with Dawson and Carbon, all those guys,
Yeah.
Ponzi. The question I'd have for them is, it feels like this caters a lot to the whales of the project because they can stack those things and recoup their stuff pretty quickly. But for the little guys in there who don't own all that, they have to wait a lot longer. And will it be too long to be the ones left holding the bag?
Good
Well,
question.
that's a great question, and then I don't know the answer to that because I would be the little guy holding a bag in a lot of
Everybody,
diverse
right?
projects.
Same.
I might hold the bag in the frames and the society coin. I haven't sold any of them or anything other. This is my first ape I sold, and I just had to recover all my whole play the last year and some, so it just had to be done. That's why this move was needed for us, but yeah, it's really a tough question, Tommy. Like.
Yeah. Oh, it's no simple answer there. Like everybody, that's the $1 million question,
Yeah. If you have a cabin, obvious the answer is absolutely. If you have a cabin already, I would do your best you can, brother, to do, for you will, try to. Do you have? We'll try to get you an Explorer so you can get a little discount on society, and then I would definitely try to do 4 frames, and then you get 18 times 4, so you're gonna get 72. Society a day, so then it's going to add up quicker, and you'll get and it's going to go up. It might go up to for a minute, and then again, I'm rambling, man. It's a hard question, and that's what Seron's my arch nemesis about. And I was like, I don't know, I just think it's going to go up, and I've been
little did you know I was going to be the guy coming at you. No, I think that's that's a fair question though, for a lot of people,
Yeah, but I do have 100%. One thing to say. Last thing, if you do have enough frames for 20, level them up to 0, right? If you have an Explorer, right? If you have a buddy who has an Explorer, it'll be like 6,000-7,000 coins, right? At level 0, because it's 375 times 20, right? Whatever that is. Okay. Rather than leveling a frame up to level 4, which would be 21,000, you get the same 1x, like you're getting 1 craftsman worth of society. So that's a little cheat code, but then again, that's going to drive up the price of the cottages, right? Because you need more land to stake. So you need 20 to make up 20 level 0s make up 1 level 4. That's how you look at it.
20. But that's still so just to throw that number out there for everybody, that's still 20 of those is still how much?
7,000 times. They're like 1,500 ADA.
15,000 society token at the current price. I don't know what it is right now. Is what 24.24,
0.25?
Yeah.
That's 3,600 ADA.
But how long would it take to recover that back, right? So then you would get 18 a day times 20. Then you would times it again, and you could figure it out right now. 3,600 ADA. So do 18 times 20. And then that's
18's with 4 of them. 18's 4.
No, but yours, yeah. If you had 20 coins, though, if you had 20, you had 5 of them.
Yeah. The other question that I thought was interesting was the emissions question. How long will that last? Do you have a prediction?
I don't even know, 2-3 years. I don't know. I'm hoping. Shoot, I'm hoping.
Is the market going up or down? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's going to surprise a lot of folks. I don't really. I've never participated in anything like this, guys. I'm not the expert in this. Stock trade and Cardano Shield and all them. They've done startups and emission curves and DeFi, all this. That's for you guys to teach me about. I'm just in there riding and holding with conviction, man. I do research really well.
Love it. Lizard brain. That's what we call lizard brain on this channel. I don't freaking know. Just the mission curve. So the reason why is because other projects might be coming into it. Like Yummy has a staking feature and not exactly the same, but there's only so often like how does this stuff, it will drop off. And I think it will drop off. This is what I've seen personally. The question is when. The question is when.
It's going to reach what's the point? What's the price point of entry where people are making too much to the point where they're like, I got to sell.
Yeah.
That's the question.
Yeah.
I think that's happening already.
Well, what Chronic said though too, people are probably taking profits. You got big players in there that are diamond hands that want to know the value. If this was to tank up because everybody sold out, it would ruin the project. But for everybody holding on and increasing that price, dude, you never know how long it's gonna last, right?
Jeez Louise. I wish we knew.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's the people that obviously in the DeFi, and again, you guys should know the yield farming and stuff. Don't you get more yield the earlier you are? So the earlier you are with staking, the higher you get your frames leveled up. That makes sense to you. You're gonna get the bigger portion of the coin because we were making like 1,350 coins a day, 1,350 society a day, whatever that adds up to. It was 343 ADA. It was ridiculous. It's like, thank you. Like, I mean, and we had 10. Now it's going to be less with the king, but still, it's like, I cash that out every day. That's 4,000 extra ADA. Like, that's nice passive income. Like I was saying, that was all made. So it's like 1,800 US or something.
Yeah. So that with that number, you said 4,000 ADA a day times 37 cents is the current price of ADA. That's $1,400 a day. Is that correct?
No, not for me. 4,000. I got 324 ADA a day.
Okay, 324 ADA a day times 37 cents price of ADA, which is $120 a day. That's what you gave up, $120 a day.
No, that's not. That's for all my apes. So
that's fine. It's still all your apes, $120 a day.
So I mean, I might have gave up. I gave up some for the king. We'll see it. You know what I mean? And again, that's at the current price. The price could go down. It's going to go less. It could go up, and it's going to go up.
That's right.
But do you wonder why Ape Society though is the price that it is? I mean, what he just said right there, that is one of the main driving factors right now. It's realized gains right now that people can currently make. Why would you give that up? You know, this is hype behind all this, and this is why all the projects want to get on there and be involved with this project, is because they are doing that. And I think it's important to know earlier from what Chronic said there's so many, you gotta get lucky a little bit and have some conviction. But projects like this come around once in a life cycle with stuff like this. Ape Society is not a normal project. You're not going to catch a project like this all the time and do what they did. So I think for being in early, obviously Chronic took advantage of that. He's done really well, and he's still in the project, and it's doing well. And that's a great play out of there. But it's also important to note for a lot of people who are just getting in possibly right now, go chasing after this stuff, do some research and find the next one of those that is really going to be a game changer for the space.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. I'm getting clamoring for the giveaway. So I want to end on a good note. I want to end on Chronic, so I want to make this giveaway short and sweet. Okay, we've got a 3-word or 3-letter hangman here. You guys already know how to play hangman. I'm going to take it to Tommy, then Chronic, then Ethan, and we're going to go back in that way. If you're in the chat, if you're new to this channel, we'd like to give hangman. This is a true play to earn here. I'm going to give away an NFT from my own personal thing. And go ahead with your guesses. First one to guess it correct wins.
I was going to say ape, but A.
I'm staying with the chat with Ada. I'm not going to lie.
It is not Ada. It is not ape, but there is an A there. So I'm going to make sure I don't misspell this here. Chronic, go ahead.
You usually have a problem with that.
What did you say? C. I will see you at the top, my friend. I'm going to draw a little ape. That's what I'm going to do.
Wow, great start. I'm going to go with Z.
Z is wrong. I'll Z you at the bottom. Golly, there's a lot in the chat.
I like a G. Let's see what G does.
G ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Ain't no G thing over here.
B.
B is wrong too.
Dang.
B is wrong too. This is the best looking ape. Oh my gosh.
Why?
You guys...
I mean, joke's on you, sucker.
Oh man, OAR or OAT?
R.
Yeah, true. Oat.
Oat is correct.
Wow,
he didn't let me finish that yet. I said OR. I said ORT.
Oh my bad.
Tommy, joke's on you. I said it louder.
Oh my bad.
Well, who got it in chat is the real question.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It looks like Curly Knox.
Curly? Yeah, it looks like Curly.
Not a Curly Knox again.
Dude, he won a Diamond Winged Warrior last night. 1,300 ADA floor. He won that on our stream last night.
Wow, congratulations.
Dude is crushing it.
It pays to watch the alpha.
That's right.
Right?
Jeez Louise. Curly Knox. I'll make sure I get you in the NFT. I'm going to write this down. Curly Knox.
Wow,
make sure you go into our Discord and check us out. Chronic, thank you so much for dropping in and telling us exactly I
Yes,
mean,
sir.
just like what the lowdown was with this thing. Maybe I got two questions for you. Curly Knox, be sure to join our Discord. Hit me up in the Discord. I'll send you the link. I got two questions for you. One, how are you feeling? How did you feel through the whole thing, through this entire
I
process?
feel good and exhausted and overwhelmed still. You know, I'm gonna have a million questions still to answer and kind of the big decisions to make. Like you said, yeah, we have 3-4 different opinions on what to do with the money here, stable or not, and it's a big decision.
Yeah.
You know,
Are you burdened by it? Is it peaceful? Like
it's definitely it was great. It was tears of joy. It wasn't sadness. It was just like a surreal moment, and it was great. One day I hope it's like life changing to where we can all do it together, because it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen a lot of times to a lot of us, because we all in here putting in the work for sure.
Yeah,
you know,
good deal.
And Tommy, you know too. Now it's for you. Next time you mint a number one, you sell that thing either early and get it, or it's a different. You got to play your own game.
Oh, I've
right?
learned, dude. It does.
You got to do that. And that's why this was Chrissy's.
I think it pays though also to have conviction in the projects that you believe in long term, right? There's like obviously everybody has their own little niches, has their own little projects they load up in, and if you believe and see that project building and have conviction, it pays to stay with them for the long term. So there's a few of those myself that I hold. Obviously, one of the big ones is Yummy. So not financial advice at all, but if you guys are still looking for a project, I still highly recommend looking at that. But that's kind of my conviction, is hopefully something like that will take off long term. And if not, I've got it diversified enough to probably do decent in the next bull run.
Got it. So guys, Yummy is Tommy's pick right now. Chronic said cabins. Chronic, I'm going to let you leave on the last piece here. Anything you want, man. You have any advice for us? You got any last words, parting words for us for this live stream?
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, cabins, just to look. Again, I'm not chilling Ape Society like that. I mean, they got a lot of great plays. We went to CNFT Con here recently in Bourbon, in Adenauts. We know, we all met Bourbon, and he gave away some awesome stuff. That's a great entry point. It was like 50, it's like 60 now. It's like at 100. They got a lot of wonderful projects. Kong's Mint going to be coming up next, like November 14th, guys. So you guys are not in like Kong's. It might be a 100, 200 ADA mint price. It's a wonderful chance to get into that ecosystem, right? It's kind of like the mutant of the Kong, right? Or the Magic Kong. So that's going to be another thing to look forward to. Just stay on the lookout for the upcoming, mints, and try to get on a whitelist. And that's all about, that's what I got to advise. Just do your research. Don't go FOMOing into the projects on an all-time high right now. It's not really the time to do it. Just learn and get in on something that you can afford for sure.
Yeah, got it. Ethan, you got any other last picks here?
I mean, just another big congratulations again to you, Chronic. I mean, I've only known you for a couple months. We had the pleasure of meeting in Las Vegas, so it was just a real pleasure to meet you and just get to learn from you, brother.
Same, man. Much love to all of you. You all been so welcoming and kind, and so great to meet up with y'all multiple times now. Tommy and Aaron and Ethan, it was wonderful meeting you guys. Y'all great people, and thank y'all for always giving me the platform that you work so hard to build. I really, really appreciate that.
Will do. Ladies and gentlemen, this was a fantastic stream, and I feel honored that Chronic would come here, especially on a day like today. Thank you for everyone in the chat. Be sure to check out Tommy at Freedom 35. Links down in the description below. Be sure to check out Daily Chronicles. Links down in the description down below, especially those two. Crypto Warden, Ethan, and myself. We wouldn't mind some followers on Twitter either. But thank you guys.
Go follow, like, subscribe, hit that button right now.
Boom, 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 boom.
I'm really bad at that.
Chill it.
I really just want to deliver the best live streams and content and videos for you guys, and I have the best guests to do that. Thank you everybody so much. Good night.